Is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. That's the button I want. Good afternoon. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for this 30th day of December 2021. The year is almost over. Our last scheduled baseball stream of 2021 will actually start, week one of the replay starting next week. It'll be Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, by the way. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Kansas City, Toronto. I think that game's in Kansas City. Montreal, Chicago. That game is definitely in Chicago. And I believe I forgot what I took for the Saturday game. But that's the next two games. It'll be the Blue Jays and the Royals. I believe from Kansas City and Montreal and Chicago. So we have pretty much all the playoff teams the last 2 years now covered, as we now feature the defending National League champion San Diego Padres. They get new uniforms. Would you believe that? It's all nice and in color. They don't look like 1970s mall patterns anymore. No more going to Orange Julius after the game. You still can't go to McDonald's. They own the team. San Diego, as we said, is the defending National League champions. They lost to the Tigers in 5 games. I don't know how much of a chance they really have in 85. They open up at Candlestick Park against the San Francisco Giants. Giants aren't great. But that's it. We try to feature all the playoff teams as soon as we can, and so that's the setup for you. Hammacher gets the opening day start for the Giants. His biggest claim to fame was he gave up the first Grand Slam in All-Star Game history to Fred Lynn. And Lamar Hoyt will get the call for the Padres. And so, once again, it's time for baseball right here on Retro Sports Network. As Retro Sports Network presents Major League Replay 1985, the last of our opening day games, the San Diego Padres versus the San Francisco Giants. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And so it'll be Hammacher in his 95 pitches and his 5-12 record on the hill for San Francisco. Hammacher is 27 years old. He's a lefty. He'd start 29 games but couldn't get out of the 6th. 170 and 2/3 innings, 5-12 the record, and 3.74 the ERA. He'll have 161 hits. 81 runs, 71 earned. 17 homers. He walked 47 and struck out 100. He is a fastball pitcher and a standard pitcher, and that fastball tops out at about 87. Jerry Davis, I wonder if he's any relation to Betty. Anyway, he and Jerry Davis's eyes lit off for San Diego in left field. Ramirez at second will bat second. Tony Gwynn will hit third and play right field. Steve Garvey, how you doing? Yep. Welcome to the show. Steve Garvey will clean up. It was his big home run in Game 4 of the National League Championship Series that helped propel the Padres to the World Series. Kevin McReynolds, I wonder if the Mets are interested in him. He's in center field. He'll bat 5th. Terry Kennedy behind the plate. He'll go 6th. Jerry Royster at 3rd. No Nettles? Maybe not with a lefty. Gary Templeton is at short. He'll go 8th. And the late Lamar Hoyt is on the mound. He'll bat 9th and should throw about 115. Jeffrey Leonard is in left with a 3 and a 7 in left field. Dan Gladden a 4 and a 2 in center. Chili Davis a 5 and a 9 in right. It's amazing that the Indians fans crawl out of the woodwork now that their game is done. Yes, you're still in first. You're 1-0. Chris Brown is at 3rd. He's a 6. Johnny LeMaster is a 4 at short. He's not LeMaster of anything. The Manny Trio is at 2nd. He's an 8. And Green is at first. He's a 6. Bob Brenly behind the plate. He's an 8 and a 7. And Hammacher is a 7 on the mound with a .974 fielding percentage. So, as has been the standard in Detroit and New York, it is below 60 degrees, 59 here at Candlestick. It's a night game, by the way. Don't worry about the sky. That's just the picture I used. Winds are blowing in from right at 10, so it's midsummer in San Francisco. Jerry Davis, 58 at-bats, 293, no homers, and 2 RBI. Playing the Giants, computers doing the Padres. Happy New Year, Ricky Keeler. How are you? Pitch to Davis. Jerry hits a ground ball to Brown across the way to Green, 1 out, and that's how this one starts. Well, no wonder why I didn't know who that was. Mario Ramirez in his 60 at-bats. What a strange lineup for the Padres. 283, 2 homers, and 5 RBI. Hammacher deals. Popped up, and Brenly will let that one go to the screen. And we'll do it again, 2-2. Wasn't he also saved by the bell? I don't think that was his name on the show. We had Slater last week. That was fun. The 2-2. Got him. Hammacher got him. He looked at a fastball for strike 3. Mario Lopez. Brad's just being Brad. Here's Tony Gwynn. Tony at 317. 6 homers and 46 RBI. Todd B. Not feeling all that well. Hope you feel better. How long have you not felt well? Yes, Brad. Mario Mendoza is the only Mario you... Now, Super Mario is quite upset with you. Both Lemieux and Luigi. Gwynn looks so skinny there. He stole 14 bases. That's right. Magic... Oh, I can't read that on the air. That's mean. And this is the type of thing you'll have in a Fortnite stream. Pitch to Gwynn. There's a ground ball to Hammacher over to first, and that will retire the side. Padres go in order. No, don't be such a toadstool. Half an inning in the books, no score. The late Lamar Hoyt on the mound, 30 years old, 31 starts, 16-8 the record, and a 3.47 ERA. In 210 in the third innings, he allowed 210 hits, 85 runs, 81 earned. 20 homers, he walked 20, and only struck out 83. He's a ground ball pitcher at 84, and that's where his fastball tops out. Here's how the Giants will line up. Dan Gladden leads off in center field. Manny Trio at second will bat second. Chili Davis, good morning, John. How you feeling? In right will go third. Jeffrey Leonard cleans up in left. Yep, this would be Lamar Hoyt's Padres debut, as San Diego will try to build on their 84. Bob Brenly bats fifth and catches. Green at first will bat sixth. Brown at third will bat seventh. Johnny LeMaster at short will go eighth, and Hammacher just threw 9 pitches in his half of the first. He'll bat ninth. Gene Davis is a 2 and a 9 in left. Mick Reynolds is an 8 and a 7 in center, and Tony Gwynn is a 7 and 9 in right. They're playing for the bunt, so I can't tell you immediately what Royster is. Templeton is only a 6 at short. Ramirez a 3 at second. Garvey a 5 at first. Kennedy is a 5 and a 4 behind the plate. And Hoyt is a 7 on the mound with a .981 fielding percentage. Gladden steps in at 243. 8 triples, 7 homers, and 41 RBI. Got your booster and feeling good. Glad to hear that, John. So Gladden will swing. Royster's a 3. Ground ball is behind the bag at second. Over to first for the out, 1 away. So here's Trio. Manny towards the end of his career. 224, 3 homers, and 25 RBI. There's a ground ball to short. Templeton, long throw to first, 2 out. So good start for Hoyt. Here's Chili Davis. Chili at 270. What's his real name? There's some pretty smart people in the chat. He wasn't given the born name Chili. 13 homers and 56 RBI. Charles. San Diego just love Gary Templeton. I think he flipped them off on him. It wouldn't surprise me. I've heard that Templeton was kind of a surly sort, which is why the Cardinals shipped him off for the light-hitting Ozzie Smith. His middle name was... Todd B. and Brad are the Statler and Waldorf this year. Brad's joke is, his middle name was Dog. Pitch to Crowd is a base hit in the right center field. Gwynn will pick it up. Who should have had it? McReynolds actually is the one that made the bad play, and that's a 2-out single for Jeffrey Leonard. Awful salty towards the walking wounded today. No, I had steak for lunch. Tribe fan says, if I ain't starting, I ain't departing. Gary Templeton on going to the All-Star game. Yeah. Leonard, 241, 17 homers, 62 RBI. Throw to first, Davis back. Now the pitch to Leonard. In the left, Davis will make the catch, and that will retire the side. Giants get a hit, leave a runner on. We go to the second. No score. So here's Steve Garvey. You like the new Padre duds? I always did. The white ones I thought were better. Charles Theodore, not Dog, Davis. Or Chili Dog. And somebody is thinking to themselves right now, is there a Tasty Freeze nearby? Garvey, 281, 17 homers, and 81 RBI. In the right. Davis going back, and Garvey is homered. 1-0 San Diego. I don't remember any of this Harry Templeton in my Strat League. Chuck Ted. Not Chuck Todd, Chuck Ted. He was great, quiet, didn't say much. Here's a home run from Garvey. You guys are in rare form today. Yes, Chuck Todd hosts Meet the Press. And Garvey into right field to make a 1-0 San Diego. Cindy is still in Los Angeles with Regis, right? McReynolds, Kevin at 234, 15 homers, and 75 RBI. Hammacher deals. McReynolds pops it up. Burnley takes off the mask. Bob should make a play. He does against the screen. An absolute web gem. So 1 out for Terry Kennedy. 261, 10 homers, and 74 RBI. In the right, back goes Chili Dog. Outside the Tasty Freeze. No, that's off the wall, and Kennedy will go into second with a stand-up double. So the Padres have found Hammacher's number. Here's Jerry Royster. Jerry at 281, 5 homers, and 31 RBI. Pitch from Hammacher. Jerry hits one down the line and left. That'll drop in front of Leonard. Kennedy will hold at third. Didn't even give me the option. Cindy certainly was must-see TV. Garvey's stinking it up in Todd B's replay, hitting under 200 with no power for the 77 Dodgers. How far along are you? Oh, I'd sit him. It would break his streak. Templeton at 282, 6 homers, and 55 RBI. The Kennedy double have quieted the fans talking about, about 30 games in. They'll come around a little bit. They wouldn't have drafted this early, Tribe fan, would they? San Francisco 49ers are talking about trading in the first round to get a wide receiver from Mississippi Valley State, wherever the heck that is. Not until April 30th. Speaking of which, I feel like having some rice. Pitch to Templeton. Runners on the corners. Ground ball to Trio. Manny will try for 2. LeMaster for 1. Green for 2. That's why I made the rice joke. So that will do it. But the Padres get a run on a solo shot from Garvey. From Garvey. Bottom 2, 1-0 San Diego. Doing well, Buckshot Kid. How are you? So Bob Brenly will lead off for the Giants here in the 5th. Green and Chris Brown to follow. Brenly at 220, 19 homers, and 56 RBI. Hoyt starts the 2nd with a fly ball to left. Back goes Davis, way back there in the corner, but it's a big ballpark, and it's 1 out. 56. It's one of the few stadiums that gets colder. Oh, it's a night game, that's why. David Green at 248, 5 homers and 20 RBI. Yes, I think Garvey does need a couple of airline stewardesses to get back on track. Maybe Cindy can go to dinner with Regis and Joy. Pitch to Green. Struck him out. Hoyt's not going to do an awful lot of that. No 2 curve in there at the knees. 2 out for Brown. Chris at 271, 16 homers, and 61 RBI. We're supposed to be taping these on Wednesday, depending on Dave's schedule and when we can get with guests. But Wednesday or Friday is the days we've been shooting to do the show, so it's not really an early edition. We had fun doing it, though. Pitch to Brown is a fly ball to center field. McReynolds going back, and we're tied up. Speaking of Jerry Rice, he put that in the football seats. My goodness. 414 feet to dead center. So it's 1-1. Here it is again. And Hoyt just kind of hung that one over the middle of the plate, and all McReynolds could do was turn and watch it go. So 1-1 to score. Yeah, I didn't know that either. So, Tribe fan, Blue Jacket fan, Guardian fan, Dog fan, says he didn't realize, and I didn't either, that Deacon Jones went to Mississippi Valley State as well. That's pretty good production. And 2 more Hall of Famers in the NFL than Vermont ever produced. Johnny LeMaster is 0 for 16. But if you look at the expected hit box, he's got a batting average of 26. Which, if you drink enough NyQuil, that's what you'll blow. Pitch to LeMaster. Johnny, foul ball, left side, and deep out of play. And somebody from San Mateo will make the catch. 2-2 the count. Don't talk. You feeling any better, Brad? Pitch to LeMaster. Johnny hits a ground ball to first. Garvey is there, takes it to the bag himself. And that will retire the side. But the Giants get the solo shot from Chris Brown to make it 1-1. Everything but the cough throat. Okay. It'll get better. So here's Lamar Hoyt in his first ever at-bat. He went 4 for 64. And a batting average of 0.63. Going to be swinging here, obviously. Hammacher starts the 3rd with a ground ball to 2nd. Trio over to 1st, and Hoyt is retired. See, Lamar, you're not going to get hurt. It's okay. Here's Jerry Davis. Opening 9 for Hammacher. 2 1/3. 28 pitches. 3 hits, the home run to Garvey, and the strikeout. Well, the way that Walgreens and CVS's are going up on every corner, Brad, you wouldn't have to go far. Davis is 0 for 1. I like his eyes, don't you? I think Kim Carnes should do a song about him. Less than a mile. You know, hopefully you got your orange juice, some crossword puzzles. There's a base hit into right field. Davis will pick it up from Davis, and Jerry's got himself a double. Okay, we'll do the final Mucinex Theraflu. I can read some stock quotes for you if you want to fall asleep. Here's Mario Ramirez. Mario struck out his first time up. Strike 3. He got him to swing and miss a full count. Fastball, and there's 2 out for Gwynn. Tony is 0 for 1. Well, we hope you guys feel better. Yeah, I don't really watch that much TV. We are scheduled to be with you Sunday for football. Green Bay and the Bears. Pretty much for the NFC Central Championship. So, when I started to cover, I got a story about Walgreens. Here's Tony Gwynn. Pitch to Gwynn. Got him! So Hammacher got him to strike out. That's pretty rare for Tony. 1-2 on the outside corner. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Bottom of the 3rd inning, 1-1. So it'll be Hammacher, Gladden, and Trio. When I started to cover the Nationals, I bought some Nationals clothing. And so a friend of mine came up to me, and he's a baseball fan, but not necessarily a modern baseball fan. So he saw the curly W on my t-shirt and asked, "Do you work at Walgreens?" I said I was not Employee of the Month. Hammacher went 4 for 47. That's an 85 batting average. And he struck out 17 times. Brad, thank you very much. Pitch to Atley is a ground ball to Ramirez over to first for the out. Brings up Dan Gladden, opening 9 for Hoyt, 38 pitches, 2 in the 3rd innings. 2 hits, the home run to Brown, and a strikeout. Gladden is 0 for 1. They won a World Series after I stopped covering them. I blame Ricky Keeler for that. The odd thing about that World Series, I mean, I was surprised. Pitch to Gladden is they play for the point. Royster on the grass over to first for the out. We don't have Piggly Wiggly up here, Todd. It took until 1987 for a team to win every home game in a World Series. But to have every road team, Dave's got that on a board, by the way. I don't have that. But to have every road team win a game, I never thought would happen. I'm not sure that's ever happened in any of the major sports that have. Steve Tate, thanks for the sub, my friend. Thought that would ever happen in anything with a series. So obviously not football. Ricky says we knew they would eventually win a World Series. Just too talented. Ricky and I, yep. We used to do podcasts every night after the Nats, win or lose. We just had bad timing. No, I think we had the right timing for that, Rick. Manny Trio's 0 for 1. Got him. So Hoyt strikes him out, and that will retire the side. Got him on a curve. So we go to the 4th, 1-1. Bryce is busy counting his money, Brad. Here's Garvey, McReynolds, and Kennedy here in the 4th. Garvey homered his first time up. That's true. Those playoff post games in the League Championship Series and World Series, oh, absolutely would have been fun. I can guarantee you I would have said after Game 5 of the World Series that there would be no way that the Nats were going to win 2 in Houston. But they did. Brad blames Gerardo's Perez daughter for the whole season. In 1980, the Raiders won all their games on the road, including the wild card game. They beat the 2007 Giants, certainly did as well. We'll talk about the Giants because it doesn't involve the Browns. It was Tampa, Dallas, and Green Bay in overtime. Pitch to Garvey. Fouled it. Speaking of the Raiders, I get a lot of grief from certain quarters about tribute games. And so, but someone has been eerily silent about the John Madden game I did last night. I won't mention any names. Clue. Eerily silent. 1-2 the count. Brad, being the gentleman that he's not, says, just from the families of the victims. Ouch. Pitch to Garvey. Here's a ground ball. Hammacher comes off the mound and throws it to first. So we did the game for Madden last night, and there was someone suggested the Immaculate Reception. I wanted to do something in Oakland, so I replayed that Super Bowl in Oakland. I did not disappoint. Here's McReynolds. Kevin is 0 for 1. Here's a ground ball, base hit, left side. Leonard will pick it up off the grass. I never do. You're welcome. Here's Terry Kennedy. Terry doubled his first time up. That game needs a telestrator. Boom! Pitch to Kennedy. Doinks this one to short. LeMaster leaps. Makes the catch. 2 out. Royster single. One of the 5 hits for the Padres. McReynolds on first. That's down the line and left. Leonard will pick it up. McReynolds will scamper to third. And San Diego has runners on the corners for Gary Templeton. We've already invoked Harry Templeton and his Strat League team in vain already today. And just for Harry's family, Harry's a nice, quiet guy who loves his Strat baseball. Gary Templeton, if he's not starting, he's not playing. But Harry's a good guy. Pitch to Templeton. Popped up. Brenly to the screen. And that will be out of play. And the count goes to 0-2. Steve Harvey is a good guy or not? Steve Harvey is a rich man. The 0-2. Templeton into left. Leonard should flag that one down. He does, and so the Padres will strand 2. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. Bottom of the 4th at the stick, 1-1. So, yeah, so 2 teams in the NFL have done it, but remember, you're only playing 3 games. The 80 Raiders and the 2007 Giants. Chili Davis, I almost just called him Chili Dog. Thanks, Brad. Chili Dog singled his first time up. In the right, that's well hit. Back goes Gwynn, and that's not going to be in any ballpark. And so the Giants go up 2-1. And Davis crushes his first of the year. And all Gwynn can do is turn and watch it go. Ricky thinks that the Nats actually won 8 straight road games that postseason. The 4 in the World Series against Houston, 2 in the NLCS, and the 2 against the Dodgers. And yep. So we have dual chili jokes here. Tribe fans is Chili Davis adds the onions and the cheese on that one. Bill Rafferty approves of that. Onions! Todd B says Davis can tell the weather. Chilly today, hot tamale. It's a regular chili Ricky, good for you. Chili, put that one in the crock pot. Okay, I'll bat. Here's Leonard. He's 0 for 1. 2-1 San Francisco, bottom of the 4th. Leonard swings a ground ball to third. Royster across the way for the out. All right, so I'll read these all as... Oh, there's another one. All right, so I'll read all 4 and you can vote on what's the best one. Chili Davis adds the onions and the cheese on that one. Okay, that sounded more like John Miller doing Vin Scully. Davis can tell the weather. Chilly today, hot tamale. And finally, Chili put that one in the crock pot. Oh, a late addition here from Farmer John. Light a fire under that, Chili. It's doggone. John's going to miss it when he has to go deliver the mail again. Bob Brenly is 0 for 1. Pitch from Hoyt. In the left center, McReynolds goes back, makes the catch. 2 out. Baseball demos, if he did Twitch, would be proud. Yeah, I like Davis can tell the weather. Chilly today, hot tamale. DRP 1969, our latest follower, and demos is the pun master. David Moy, one of our friends over in the UK, is also quite good with those. If you put the 2 of them together, oh boy. David Green struck out his first time up. To short. Templeton, great stop over to first, and that will retire the side. So the solo homer from Chili Davis. He's launched a run and 1,000 puns. We go to the 5th, 2-1 San Francisco. So Hoyt, his batting average now up to 109. Oh, okay. Chili is in the meat of the order as well. This, I'm sure it changed history. You know who went? I thought it was a free agent deal. Apparently not. In the trade from Lamar Hoyt from the White Sox to San Diego, Ozzie Guillen. Pitch to Hoyt. There's a line drive foul, and somebody from Clovis will make that catch 0-2. Hammacher deals. Got him. So he swings and misses on the fastball. 1 out. 18 batters deep for Atley. 4 1/3 innings, 60 pitches, 6 hits. The home run to Garvey. No walks and 4 strikeouts. Todd B. loved Guillen as much as he does George Hendrick. Jerry Davis doubled his last time up. When the White Sox won the pennant in 2005, didn't he use all of 5 pitchers in that series? And Brad, never known for being a shrinking violet, says that Guillen is a booger. And because I used to watch Brad's favorite show from Cincinnati, WKRP, I know that booger is an acceptable word to say on television. In the left field, Leonard will make the catch. 2 out for Ramirez. Mario is 0 for 2. He has struck out twice. That's half of Hammacher's 4. That's right, if Johnny Fever can get away with it. We've lost the Fortnite crowd now. Pitch to Ramirez. Struck him out. That's 5 for Atley. And Ramirez takes the collar. He swings and misses at the fastball. Hey, you guys get a commercial. Halfway home, 2-1, San Francisco. Okay, if you joined us late, here's how he got here. Steve Garvey, a solo shot in the top of the second to make it 1-0 San Diego. Chris Brown responded with a tying homer in the bottom of the second into the football part of the stadium, 1-1, and then Chili Davis, the dog, hit one with some mustard and onions to make it 2-1, and that's how we got here. So Hoyt, in his National League debut, 4 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 homers, and 2 strikeouts. Hammacher, not bad, 5 innings, 6 hits, the 1 run, that being a solo shot to Garvey, and he has struck out 5. They need a Johnny Fever avatar in Fortnite. He could have a giant 45 on his back, like the Captain America shield. Tribe fan says 6 pitchers used by Guillen and the White Sox in the 05 ALCS. Reliever in Game 1 and the bullpen did not see action from Game 2 and 5 with a little acting help from A.J. Przinsky. Not a bad announcer, but not someone I'd want to have a beer with. We could start a fight talking about Billy Martin. Chris Brown, he homered to tie the game in the second. There's a ground ball to Hoyt over to first, and Brown is out on a bang-banger. Billy, I would say they did a special on him, or repeated a special on MLB Network, would be a troubled individual. Casey Stengel treated him like a son. Able to motivate his players, got his World Series. I believe there are several urinal stalls in Texas named after him. His run-ins with Reggie Jackson and George Steinbrenner and Yogi Berra are legendary. But Ferguson Jenkins posted a picture of him when Martin was there, and I mean, people love Billy. It put fannies in the seats, Brad. Today we take... That's right, Todd B., the infamous manager card with the Tigers when he's flipping off the camera. Yep. On Madden. But you're talking an era where 25,000 was considered a very good crowd. And you never knew what Martin was going to do. And, we'll have the Yankees on a lot in this replay. Oh, I suppose I should bat Lemaster, who's 0 for 1. Popped up right side. Garvey will flag it down. Reaches in. Jamie says Billy had a short shelf life. A couple years he was good, but after that things would go bad. Little different story, though. I think we look back at that in modern things, like, no, Martin would have had to have gone into rehab. Here's Hammacher, he's 0 for 1. Atley. There's a base hit into center field. So for the Giants, that's their 4th hit. Hoyt, 18 batters deep, 63 pitches, 4 2/3 innings, 4 hits, the 2 homers. Davis and Brown, and he has struck out 2. No, I thought that was Roger Metzger, who lost the tips of a couple fingers. I think LeMaster was just there. You can watch the Martin special, 8 o'clock on MLB Network. Gladden is 0 for 2. Pitch to Dan, runner on first. There's a ground ball to third. Royster goes to Ramirez, and that will retire the side. No runs, a hit, no errors. San Francisco's only left 2 on after 5, 2-1 Giants. Oh, it's 6. Yeah, I think it was Metzger. Family friends used to call him Johnny Disaster. We were talking about this yesterday with Rafael Santana. LeMaster fits. How the heck did LeMaster play for so long? One of those no-hit, decent fielding shortstops. Wynn struck out. He only struck out 33 times all year. And he struck out his last time up. This time it's a ground ball to Trio over to first for the out. 1 away for Garvey. Solo homer in the second, the lone run for the Padres on opening day. This is the last opening day game. Everybody's got one in. To short, LeMaster. Long throw to first for the out. Steve says, as a Tiger fan, 85 was a letdown. Trammell and Herndon. LeMaster has as many homers and Todd B's replay as Garvey, 1. And no more NBCSN. All that stuff gets moved to USA. So your Monk rerun will get bumped. McReynolds 1 for 2 with a single. Hammacher deals. Into right center, Gladden moves over and makes the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Hammacher pitching pretty well, considering he really can't. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 2-1 San Francisco. So it's Trio, Davis, and Leonard. Manny struck out. He's 0 for 2. There's a base hit left field. Davis will pick it up. And that's a leadoff single. Here's Chili Davis. He has singled and homered. There's a ground ball to Templeton. Steps on the bag for 1. Throws to Garvey, and they got him. So Templeton, who was headed in the direction of the bag, just steps on it, and it's a 6-3 DP. Here's Leonard. Jeffrey is 0 for 2. Hammacher's fastball couldn't knock down the milk cans at the county fair. He had some good years in the early 80s, and by now he's just kind of at the tail end. Although he is in the rotation, I think, when they win the division in 87. Leonard pops up right side. Garvey again. And that'll be out of play. And somebody from Sausalito will make that catch. 2-2 the count, 2 out. It is beautiful San Francisco weather. 51 degrees now as we play the bottom of the 6th. Wind's blowing in from 10 at right center. And this would be the era that if we go extra, you would get the quad to candlestick for hanging around. Struck him out. So Hoyt got him. He swung on, and Kennedy held on to it. And that will do it. After 6, no runs, a hit, no errors. San Francisco 2, San Diego 1. I think ESPN's an okay doing hockey. Their crews need practice. They got 7 years to get it right. I know that the reviews on Sean McDonough the first few games were not good. Terry Kennedy is 1 for 2. He's got himself a double. Royster and Templeton to follow. Hammacher starts the inning with a 6th strikeout. An 0-2 curve that Kennedy swung right through. So here's Royster. Jerry has singled twice. Then he's going to go 3 for 3. That's going to drop in for a double. Royster had the afterburners on first base. And Gladden lollygagged that one in the infield. Brings up Templeton, who's 0 for 2. Grounded into a double play. 2-1 Giants. 1 out, top the 7th. Brenly goes out to talk to him. There's a ground ball to Green. Makes a great play. Gets up. Runs to the bag. And Templeton is retired. DJ John's been buying some cracking stuff as well. Here's Hoyt. Pitch count-wise, he should be staying in the game. Be curious to see what the AI does with Hoyt as we go through. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Got him. So Hammacher strikes out 7. Stretch time, 2-1. So, yeah, the wrestling is over on TNT, and so it's doubleheaders the rest of the way on Wednesdays. And with them not going to the Olympics, there's probably 3 extra doubleheaders for them. Bob Brenly is 0 for 2. Green and Brown. Hammacher. Don't know if I'll bring him out for the 8th or not. Brenly hits a line drive to third. Royster's there, 1 out. Nettles, being the lefty, is obviously going to sit. And Tommy Lasorda's best friend, Kurt Pavakwa's on the bench. Thank you, Buckshot, for the kibbles and bits. David Green is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Hoyt deals. In the right center, McReynolds makes the catch, 2 out. So here's Brown. He hit the homer in the 4th to give the Giants the lead. Won't this time. Hoyt got him. An 0-2 fastball on the inside corner, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 8th. Hammacher will start the inning, but he's due to bat second, so we'll see. Jerry Davis is 1 for 3 with a double. Hammacher, 27 batters. 91 pitches, 7 innings, 7 hits, the homer to Garvey, and he has struck out 7. So if you are a fan of the number 7, then Hammacher is your guy. Chris Brown was a hot prospect at one time. My Topps baseball card told me so. Pitch to Davis, ball 4. And so don't be cruel, because Bobby Brown is going to pinch run at first. Brown has good speed on the bases, but not necessarily a base stealer. And that'll do it for Hammacher. We're going to go with Greg Minton. I should have double switched. Anyway, Minton, 5-4 with 4 saves and a 3.54 ERA, 34 years old, 68 appearances, 96 2/3 innings, 98 hits, 42 runs, 38 earned, 6 homers. He walked 54 and struck out 37. What ball game is going on right now? And Todd B tells us that Peter, Paul, and Mary love Atlee Hammacher because if they had a Hammacher, they'd Hammacher him in the morning. They'd Hammacher him in the evening. Jamie says, I had a neighborhood friend whose favorite team was whatever team that Nettles was on. He went from a Yankee fan to a Padre to Braves, Expos, and then the St. Lucie Legends of the Senior Professional League. Ooh, they had to have a fan somewhere. Game 1 of the 2000 World Series is on TV. Extra inning game, if I remember correctly. That's the game that Clemens threw the bat at Piazza. Anyway, Minton, fastball pitcher, 85, and a ground ball plus pitcher. The Duke's Mayo Bowl. You can't find that up here. Oh, Clemens was game 2. The NyQuil joke of the hour is, I hear if you work for the Mint, you can make a lot of money. So Ramirez 0 for 3. Tim Flannery will pinch hit. Flannery at 281, a homer and 40 RBI. Pitch to Tim. There's a little looper past LeMaster. It's going to get into left center. Brown will try for third. Gladden a little bit better than a ramen noodle there, and he is safe. So runners on the corners, and nobody out for Tony Gwynn. Gwynn is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Brad should have been a baker. Well, it could have been. Well, this game is from Candlestick. I like to loaf, and I need a lot of dough. Ricky says the game 1 is the extra innings, though. An unknown hero ends up winning it, but I won't spoil it for anyone who doesn't remember a baseball game from 22 years ago. The game... That is a dad joke, Jamie. Thanks, Dad. Pitch to Gwynn. There's a base hit right side. Game is tied. Brown will score. Flannery on second. And Minton hasn't been all that effective. Maybe he should have tried a search instead. Here's Garvey, Steve, with a home run. Minton could use a ground ball right about now. Giant fans are going to send... Oh, Sean. That's the joke of the day, I think. Giant fans are going to send Moonman to the moon after this outing. And I'll read this one as Scully. Sean 154 writes, well, Jack was nimble, and Jack was quick over the candlestick. But not in 1985. He had brought his wares to Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Friendly and Minton try to get on the same page. Garvey swings, popped up. They're going to get an out. Brown is there. 1 out. Brings up McReynolds. Kevin is 1 for 3 with a single. Minton winds and deals. Ground ball to LeMaster should be 2. Trio for 1, Green for 2, and they turn it. So Minton survives as far as they aren't behind, but the Padres tied this one up. A run on 2 hits and no errors. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 2-2. So Jose Uribe will be coming in. Do I pinch him now? So we got a... All right, who can hit a righty? And so it'll be Uribe, 237. 3 homers and 26 RBI. Slightly better than Mr. LeMaster. Hoyt deals to third. Royster 1 out. Big Mac. I would hope that we're better than watching Maury Povich. That's not a big vote of confidence here. Mark McGwire, and not the sandwich. Although the sandwich might have been traded for a future MVP, a 2-time Cy Young Award winner, and a stolen base champion. I suppose that's our baseballfever.com trivia question of the day. Oh, Kevin McReynolds. Who'd the Mets send for him? San Francisco fans saw the Uribe at bat and want Jack Clark back. Todd B says, I'm guessing Jose is quick. Uribe. Former Met star Joel Youngblood will pinch hit. Joel, 270, 4 homers, 24 RBI. Hoyt. There's a base hit, left field. Brown will pick it up. Flannery, by the way, is at second. He's a 3. And Bobby Brown is in left. He's a 2 and a 9. Lamar Hoyt has faced 27 batters, 94 pitches. 7 1/3 innings, 6 hits to 2 homers. Davis and Brown. And he struck out 4. Gladden is 0 for 3. No, I think it just makes you all a bunch more loopy. Pitch to Gladden is a ground ball to Templeton. Might be 2. Flannery for 1. Gladden will beat it out. And that brings up Manny Trio, who's 1 for 3. Manny has singled and struck out. And so they're going to hit and run. 2 out, bottom of the 8th. 2-9-0 for the Padres with 6 left on. 2-6-0 for the Giants with 2 left on. Yes, Joe Youngblood played for 2 different teams in 2 different cities. Played in the day game, I think this was 82, for the Mets against the Expos, and came in and pinch hit for San Francisco that night. I think that's how it worked. Hit and run is on. Trio swings. Ground ball foul, first base side. We have fun doing these. And if you watch on YouTube, it's twitch.tv/retrosportsnetwork. Join us. We'd love to have you. Traded to the Mets. This is Kevin McReynolds we're talking about here. For Kevin Mitchell. Okay. Traded to the Royals for Brett Saberhagen. And traded to the Mets again for Vince Coleman. I'd say pretty even trades. McReynolds wasn't bad with the Mets at all. Pitch, a throw to first, Gladden back. Trio popped up. Kennedy takes off the mask, waits for it to settle down, and makes the catch. We got new players coming in everywhere. So Uribe is an 8 at short. Yeah, McReynolds finished 3rd in the MVP voting in 88. The Mets included Sean Abner in that McReynolds trade, who I believe is still a Topps future star. Yeah, you get so excited to get those. Phil Plantier, the fabulous Bob Zupsik. Yeah. It'll be lefty-righty. Yeah, in the 85 set, wasn't he the number 1 overall pick in 84? Scott Garrelts will come in, 74 games. He looks like Craig Mitten's lost brother. 9-6, 13 saves, an ERA of 2.30, 105 2/3 innings, 76 hits, 37 runs, 27 earned. 58 walks, 106 strikeouts, 2 homers. He's a baby. He's 24. Fastball pitcher, man, does he throw hard. 98. And a ground ball plus pitcher. Kevin Mitchell came with a lot of baggage and sandwiches. Kennedy 1 for 3. Terry's got himself a double and a strikeout. Garrett starts his season with a strikeout. A fastball on the inside corner at 99. They look back, and Gardner behind the plate goes, I heard it was a strike. I couldn't see it. So here's Royster. Jerry having a good day. Over from the Braves. He has singled twice and doubled. And Craig Nettles will pinch hit. So Nettles, 261. Ooh, seriously? That's not funny. 15 homers and 61 RBI. Nettles draws the walk. Oh, Sean Abner spent 6 months in prison last year for killing his dog. Ugh. Gary Templeton is 0 for 3. Here is no good segue for that. He's also grounded into a double play. MLB has banned him from any... Oh, no. Bad, Brad. Bad. Pitch to Templeton. Ground ball to Garrett. So only play is to first. And Templeton is out. Nettles goes to second. And let's see what the computer does with Hoyt. Lamar is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Do they pinch hit? And a 2-2 game in the bottom of the 8th? With a potential, or the top of the 9th with a winning run on second? Yes, Al Bunbury. Barstool, however, has signed us to a 5-year deal, Todd. This Padre team is just a veritable collection of older players. Bunbury at 200, a homer and 10 RBI. Gossage time coming up, I would think, Steve. I think you're right. And the computer is actually going to pull a starter without me having to do it. So, good for them. Pitch to Bunbury. Nettles goes. Ground ball to Green. Takes to the bag himself, and it's cardiac time here at Candlestick. And so, nope, it's Greg Lefferts to face Davis, Leonard, and Brentley. Barstool could only pay out $350,000 for their canceled Arizona bowl game. Royster may be having a good game here. He is. The dog jokes just keep rolling in. Warren Spahn is warming in the Padre pen. But in the game that John just rolled, he made 2 errors, leading to 3 unearned runs as the Braves lose to the Dodgers 4-1 in 78. Lefferts is 28. Wasn't he traded to the Giants in that massive Padre Giant deal? Fly ball plus pitcher, fastball tops out at 88. 60 games, 7-6, 2 saves, an ERA of 3.35. 83 in a third inning, 75 hits, 34 runs, 31 of those earned, 7 homers, he walked 30, and struck out 48. Ugh. I think you guys started drinking for New Year's already. Bottom of the 9th, it'll be Davis, Leonard, and Brentley. And they do have Mark Thurmond if they need to, and they also have Goose Gossage. The name Lefferts translates to a generic 80s pitcher. Yes. Pitch to Davis. Ball 4. So the winning run is on for Leonard. Jeffrey is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Pitch to Leonard. There's a line drive to Templeton. 1 out. We haven't stopped since Christmas Eve. So family's still visiting then. Here's Brentley. Bob is 0 for 3. You guys are classic. Pitch to a throw to first. Davis back. I'm going to have to go get some Goody's headache powder after this, yeah. Oh, no. There goes Davis. A throw down to Flannery, and Chili's thrown out. On the pitch before, he had a very good jump. This time around, he did not. And so they guard the lines for Brenly, and now nobody on. Brenly draws the walk, and so we'll just do this again. Here's David Green. Oh, we got a switch and a switch. Chili here looking like he was in the soup. Please don't make the run to Walgreens. So let's tell you about Brad Wellman, who I can burn here. 236 and 16 RBI. Gossage, who's got to face whoever I send to the plate. 5-3 and 85 with 26 saves. 1.82 the ERA. 50 games. That's right. They'll put me to work if I wear the Walgreens stuff. 79 innings, and we have one in town now. 64 hits, 21 runs, 16 earned. A homer. Walked 17, struck out 52. He's 34 years old. Ground ball extreme pitcher, 92 mile an hour on the fastball. And since Wellman wasn't going to stay in the game anyway, we'll bring in Scott Thompson at 207 and 6 RBI. So Brad Wellman will take his cameo. Pitch to Thompson. Into left center. McReynolds will ride the Schwinn. And we're getting some extra innings baseball. Free baseball for you. Where's Gardner? Where's Gardner? Free baseball. After 9, 2-2. So Scott Thompson is not a bad fielder. He's an 8. Garrelts will get another inning of work here. He'll bat third for the Giants in the 10th. Bobby Brown scored his first time up. 155, no homers, 6 RBI. And we are definitely not introducing him to Whitney Houston. Pitch to Brown is a line drive foul. And somebody from the back bay makes that catch. Full count. Garrelts got him. Brown looked at the umpire, and the umpire says, I didn't see it. It went at 100. Brad! Apparently Brad's wife is not watching this stream. Let's be honest. Whitney was Bobby's greatest hit. Somebody from New Edition caught that last one. Oh, God. Ugh. Here's Flannery. Tim singled his first time up. 2 runs, 9 hits, no errors, 7 left on for the Padres. 2 runs, 6 hits, nobody, no errors, and 4 left on for the Giants. Flannery to third. Brown across the way for the out. So Garrelts is retired too. Here's Gwynn, 1 for 4. He is single, driven in a run, and struck out. Ground ball, base hit, left side. Brown should have been there, but he wasn't. And that'll bring up Garvey. By the way, America West flies lots of daily flights between Phoenix and San Diego. Don't know why I feel possessed to say that, but they do. Garvey went 1 for 4 with a homer. This time around, Garrelts got him. He looked at a 97 mile an hour fastball in the inside corner, and that will retire the side. No runs, a hit. The Padres have left on 8. We go to the bottom of the 10th, 2-2. Or the... Why not? Wow. You know, in a couple of weeks when you feel better, Brad, and we tell you about your behavior here today, you'll be shocked. Chris Brown is 1 for 3. He has a solo homer, which timed this game in the second, I think. A run scored and a strikeout. Pitch to Chris is into left field. Back goes Bobby Brown to the corner. It is gone! And the Giants have won this on opening day 3-2. Gossage gave up 1 homer in the real season, and he gives one up on opening day. So Chris Brown is your Digital Dice MVP. He hits 2 solo shots, Rookie of the Year, okay. So Scott Garrelts gets the win. 2 innings, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. Not a bad effort for Hammacher. 7 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, both earned a homer. Walked 1 and struck out 7. The Giants scrambled the goose's egg. So Lamar Hoyt, his national, minus stuff, huh? Boy, he didn't pitch like that, did he? 8 innings in his NL debut, 6 hits, 2 runs, the 2 homers, 1 to Brown, 1 to Davis, and struck out 4. Gossage, in his last 2 appearances in games that count, has given up a home run to Kirk Gibson and Chris Brown. There, how about that? So, when we're with you Tuesday, it's the Royals and the Blue Jays. The standings, well, everybody's played 1 game. And remember, Brad. Remember, if the Indians win the division, next dream is scheduled for Sunday. It'll be the Packers and the Bears at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Remember, if the Indians win the division, JT Dutch is going to give out a gift certificate, a gift subscription for every win the Indians have, if they win the division. And so 3 days into this replay, the Indians are still in first place. I'm Ron Juckett, and next week it'll be Kansas City, Toronto on Tuesday. Thursday will be the Cubs and the Expos. And on Saturday, Detroit and Kansas City. So I'm saying, Todd, there's a chance. So that's the first week of the new year. KC and Toronto should be good. Yes, you did. It won extra innings. 2. All right. 3-2 San Francisco. We'll talk to you Sunday, if not before then. Have a good day, everybody.